So for those of you just tuning in and not don't know the familiarity of who Tim is, Tim, well, has, as I mentioned, my favorite coffee in the world, Tim Wendelboe out of Oslo, Norway. He is the Aeropress champion. Well, he started the championship, yeah. You
Yeah,
kind of
that's true.
you kind of got going. So I'll show some of your awards. You want to talk a little bit about how that came together for you, just to remind our friends about what the Aeropress world is for you. So I'll add this while you're how that kind of thing came together. So go ahead, buddy. Tell us the Aeropress story.
Well, the Aeropress story, actually, we started importing Aeropress, I think it was 2007 or 8. And then we didn't really know how to brew with it. I wanted to figure out kind of how, what the best practice with this new brewing device. And
Yeah.
so we basically invited a few friends of ours and our staff to kind of compete in how to make the best cup of coffee with an Aeropress. And the US has something called the World Series in baseball, where you only have the American teams. So we figured, why not call it the World Aeropress Championship? And we
Yeah.
had 3 Norwegians competing in the first year. And
Crazy.
then the following year, we kind of had expanded a little bit. And a few years later, it was worldwide. And I think now it's like 60 countries having regional competitions and, a couple of thousand competitors a year worldwide. So it's pretty
This is the
impressive.
Aeropress. I
Yeah.
love this thing. This is like one of my favorite devices. Goes to it. Literally, the advertisement on it is that it makes the best cup of coffee in the world, and it's not wrong. It's
No.
really, really great. And Tim's got all sorts of stuff over at his website that basically talks all about it. But that's the Cole's notes of it. It's just this really compact, affordable, like under $40 everywhere. Can basically make even the worst coffee bean taste good somehow.
Yeah,
I don't know. They
somehow,
really.
yeah. No, it's a really versatile tool, actually. So you can brew with a little cooler water that makes, darker roast taste a little bit better, and you can brew with hot water. You can add much more coffee than you need and extract less, or you can do the opposite. It's
Yeah.
really a cool device.
So since I was there in February, then everything shut down. I guess my question to you is how has that affected you? How what with the how's Norway overall been for you guys, and what's has it been a massive effect on your business, or have you been able to press ahead?
Yeah, I would say it has affected us a lot, especially in the start. We had to shut down for a few weeks, and we had a lot of, or most of our staff on temporary leave. And unfortunately, we had just launched our kind of new website or web shop. We always had a web shop, but it wasn't very functional. So we got a lot of orders online, and that kind of, we had to close down the store, but the sales in online kind of made up for it. So overall, like last year for us was actually pretty good. And of course, we have been only serving takeaway since November, I think. But last week we were actually able to start serving coffee in our cafe again. So Norway is kind of slowly starting to open up again, and more people are getting the vaccine. And
Mm-hmm.
but the business has actually it's changed a lot. Like we sell a lot more online now to consumers all over the world. I think a lot of people buy coffee from us now for their home office because they can't get free coffee at work, and they kind of want to treat themselves with a delicious cup of coffee while they're working at home. So for us, the sales has actually gone up slightly. It's not like exploded or anything. It's just
Sure.
we lost a lot of wholesale. Obviously, all the restaurants are closed, and but all the web shop sales kind of made up for that. So I'm not complaining at all. Actually, I feel like I'm the luckiest man in Norway that we're able to kind of still do business without having any staff on temporary leave or anything.
This is your place for everyone. I know my musician friends and some that I keep sending to your place have been there, and I think they compliment about what an amazing place it is. But when you walk in, this is the place here. It's typical cafe. You just come in, but the difference is that it's a full Aeropress cafe. So they don't, you got to wait it out, friends. You want a really good cup of coffee, you got to wait it out and check out. That's the team there. You got to check out everything there. Look at what they've got going on there. It's an incredible place, and one of my favorites. All my musician friends are raving about it. They think it's the best thing. So that experience of going into your store is everything. but
Yeah.
is for me, because it's amazing. So to be able to get some of that back would be great for you guys.
Yeah.
I would understand. But you're still exporting around the world, and you still have your subscription service, and you mail everything. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? We really miss having visitors from other countries coming into the cafe, and it's been over a year since we were able to have tourists at all. And just last week when we opened the cafe again for kind of in-house service, my staff, you just see a big smile on their face, because it's been a little depressing to just have people come in, grab a cup of coffee, and then they had to walk out again. They couldn't sit in and kind of talk with us. And so yeah, it's a real joy to be able to do that again, I think. And hopefully over summer we will be able to open up a little bit more for visitors.
What is the timeline right now for Norway to kind of be back to everyone's version of normal?
Well, it looks like most adults will have their vaccine within the end of July. So I think, for some countries that have low kind of outbreaks of the virus, people from those countries will most likely be able to go to Norway in August, September without having to stay in quarantine and stuff.
Sure.
So we'll see. We never know with this pandemic. So I'm just crossing fingers that it will pass.
How did it affect your farm? Just down, because I'm curious how you guys were able to keep working through all that, or you just had to follow protocols. How did that business get affected?
Yeah, ironically, I've been getting photos of the trees and they're full of coffee cherries, which, is the first time that's ever happened. So ironically, when I'm not there, the farm is doing well. And when I'm there, it's miserable. So I think I just should stay away. But I've been communicating with the team there. Obviously, I buy coffee from Elias, who I bought the land from. And normally when I'm there, I live in his house or stay in his house, because I don't have a house on my farm. So they're the kind of team that helps me when I'm not there. And they're sending photos. We're communicating on WhatsApp. There's a good friend of mine who married Elias's daughter, who is also a barista that I've been working with for a long time, and he's there now permanently. So we're communicating well, and we're actually going to see a little bit of coffee from the farm by the end of this year. So we're harvesting a little bit in July, August, which means maybe we'll be able to sell, a few cups and a few grams online. So I'm really excited about that. And I've tasted, we had like a half a kilo coming in just a couple of months ago, just some samples from the first pickings, and it's actually tasting really good. So I'm very excited about that, actually. I really hope that we will be able to establish a production that we can sell to customers and at least serve in our cafe. That would be fantastic.
Did you have any delays? Have you been able to keep producing, or are you did you have a moment there where you had to shut down for any period of time, or you've been able to keep producing and go?
No, not really. I mean, the coffee trees are, just in the field, so they will produce regardless of a pandemic. But I know that Elias was struggling with getting seasonal workers for his harvest because they weren't allowed to travel over the state borders inside Colombia for a while. And in Colombia, they're kind of depending on seasonal workers that travel from state to state to pick coffee. So, but he's fortunate to have his farm next to kind of a indigenous village. So normally they come and help him and work. So I have to say that he hasn't been that much affected. He was able to harvest well and process well, and the whole family has been working as a team. So his coffee was really good this year. So I'm very excited about that.
That's a sample there for people watching at home, of some of when I went cupping at your place, just all the different blends and the different variations of the things that you offer. So you're still able to offer all those and all the rest of it, or has there been a particular one that you've had to actually stop offering at least right now? No, you're good.
No, actually, that's kind of one of the real benefits that I haven't, I wasn't expecting or thinking about. The way we work, we kind of have been working with the same producers for many, many years.
Yeah.
And I've been going there every year to kind of taste coffees and, help them get ideas on how to improve the farm. And we've kind of created a protocol on how to process and store the coffee and to take samples. And so they kind of know what to do now. And that's the beauty of it. Like, I didn't actually have to go there last year in order for them to, do the work. Mm-hmm. They just sent me samples and we kind of have good communication. So I was able to get the coffees. The only thing is that we were supposed to have fresh crop Kenyan coffees now, but the container was delayed because there wasn't enough space on the boat from. I think the container went from Kenya to Saudi Arabia or something, and then it was stuck in the port there for like 5 weeks in the heat. So that's not very good, but we're expecting it to arrive at the end of this month. So
it'll just be over roasted like Starbucks and the rest of it. It'll be fine now. It's just been sitting in a thing
pre-roasted.
That's right. You got pre-roasted. It's a special batch you could offer. But I think it's the Tim Wendelboe cargo container batch.
Yeah, something
and it'd
like
be
that.
A special blend, but it's all good. Thanks for stopping by, friends, to the Brenton on Tour podcast channel on YouTube. Coffee, music, travel, life, all of those things. One page, lots of guests, lots of chatter. We talk about all of it. If you like it, subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment. I'll get back to you. Thanks, friends. See you next time.